feedback on storm formation, that's kind of scratching the surface. Because I mean, even though the concentrated energy density isn't keeping up with other forms of energy in this object, the effect on chemistry is probably huge. So, you know, there's a very kind of pedestrian chemical interaction. The ionization, the temperature of the gas are all weird. So I wish I could answer your question, but I really can't. It's a great question. Any other questions? Okay. Let's go on and say a little bit about cosmic rays from a particle point of view and how they can cause magnetic field lines. So here's an expression for the Larmor radius of cosmic rays. And T is kinetic energy in GeV. And you can see that at a few GeV in a magnetic field of a few microgauss, the Larmor orbit is well under an AU. Okay, so what does this mean? So it means a couple things. It means that direct numerical integration of cosmic ray orbits, saying, well, okay, they're there, let's just put them into our simulation and see what they do. It's just not feasible because the scale is so tiny. So it's really an open scale problem. We can take out a couple of other things from this. So if we go to the highest energy cosmic rays, so if we make this 10 to the 9, then this is about a kiloparsec. And so that means the Larmor radius is a kiloparsec in size. That starts getting hard to define in the galactic magnetic field. And so we think that the highest energy cosmic rays are actually extragalactic. So what we need to do in order really to do anything with cosmic rays and the Dirichlet ensemble is develop some sort of statistical picture for transport and diffusion in both position and momentum space. And as we said on the flip chart, this will allow us to develop kind of a fluid picture that we can use to study global feedback. Okay, so since we can't really integrate the gyro orbit, we can kind of break them up. And I think this will be a review for most of you, but I just want to go through it quickly. The elements of the field particle interaction are first of all the gyro motion, then there's drift, then there's mirroring, then there's gyro resonance, and then there's the Landau resonance and transit time damping. And how many of these topics have we covered in previous lectures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then you'll be able to answer this little problem just to review. So here's a very simple magnetic field. The field lines are straight, but the strength depends on position x. So here's a picture of that. And here's a bunch of particle orbits. They all have the same energy. They're all the same size. But I've just spread out your origins here so you can tell them apart more easily. And the parameter k is set equal to 0.1. This is the x-axis. This is a y-axis. And the k, the wavelength, the variation here, there are 5 different values that are represented. Okay. So first of all, why are these particles moving either up or down in y? That's the drift. Why is it in the y direction? So z is actually this way. It's just moving. There's a kind of perspective view here. So as we picture a particle gyrating in the xy plane, the strength of the field on this side of the orbit is different than it is on this side of the orbit. Now remember that the acceleration is perpendicular to the motion, so a gradient in x will send it shooting up or down in y. Okay. Now the relative these all kind of look like springs, like clingy, and they're all integrated at the same amount of time. And so the drift is this particle has the fastest drift, and this particle has the slowest drift. And I want you to tell me which drift goes with which value of k. So which value of k do you think corresponds to the biggest drift? The amplitude here is they're all the same, they're all 0.1, but what about the k? How about the smallest drift? Where the gradient is highest. Okay. So is it always pi over 2? So you're right. The gradient being high. So let's see. I guess the closest we get to pi over 2 would be well, it's actually 0.9. Okay. So the Larmor radius here is 1, and when k is 0.9, that accounts for the largest change over this particle's orbit. Where k is 0.1, that represents the slowest change. So for k equals 0.1, the field is practically uniform over the particle orbit, and we get very little drift. So okay, so here's 0.1, and then here's 0.3, so we get a little more drift. And then here, all these particles have the same Larmor orbit size. And then here's 0.5, and then here's 0.9. And so I said, okay, great, I'm going to make k really big. So here's what happens if we make k 2, and it gets small again. Why does it get small again? It gets small because the variation in the field actually averages out over the particle orbit. So if we kept making k bigger and bigger, we're going to get no drift at all. So the lesson here is that particles interact the most strongly with variations that are kind of on scales comparable to their own gyro orbit. Small scale variations they don't see, larger scale variations they're insensitive to. And a good sort of takeaway message, which you can get from doing any kind of drift theory, is that the ratio of the drift speed to the total speed, gyro speed, is the order of the Larmor radius divided by the scale. Does all make sense? Okay. Okay, so magnetic mirroring. So the relativistic version of the magnetic moment, the vacuum period, is perpendicular. So perpendicular means perpendicular to the field. C per squared over d, and that's basically the magnetic flux through the gyro orbit. And so here, if we have these converging magnetic field lines, a particle will spiral around, but the spirals are getting tighter and tighter, and it will eventually start coming back. And it's good to understand this because it's an essential part of the Fermi acceleration mechanism. Okay, general resonance scattering. So here is a sketch of a magnetic field line that varies on 2 scales. It's got a very kind of long wavelength scale, and it's got a very short wavelength scale of variation. And this black line represents the orbit of a particle. So as you can see, the orbit is following the field line, the large scale field line, very well. So it's kind of like riding your bike up and downhill. And the tiny scale variation is really barely seen. So that's like riding your bike over kind of washboard. It makes your hands vibrate a little bit, but you can stay on. However, if you encounter a fluctuation that's approximately length of separation of your particle wheel, you will interact very strongly with that fluctuation. And I didn't try to draw that, but this is just an orbit integration for a resonant particle and a non-resonant particle. And the mathematical condition for gyroresonance is that the Doppler shifted frequency of variation that the particle sees as it moves through its gyro orbit should be the same as its gyro frequency. So that means that as it propagates, it receives a steady force, and just like a resonantly driven harmonic oscillator, its motion will grow in amplitude. And every such scattering event will displace the gyro center by an amount that's of order the longer radius times the angle through which it scatters, just an order of magnitude. Okay. And finally, the Landau resonance. So the Landau resonance is, if you study plasma physics, probably got to that first, it's a condition. So here we have a wave with frequency omega and parallel momentum, wave number k parallel. And if the parallel velocity of the particle satisfies this condition, then the particle can exchange energy with the wave. So this is the phenomenon behind Landau damping of electrostatic waves. In the context of cosmic rays, the Landau resonance is most important if you have fast magnetosonic waves in the system. And so they would have the dispersion relation omega equals k, that is the total k, VA. And in order to satisfy this condition for a particle moving close to the speed of light, you would want the perpendicular k to be much bigger than the parallel k. Here, so you can see parallel approximately c. And when you dissipate a wave through the Landau resonance, that's sometimes also called transit time damping, and it can be a way that cosmic rays absorb energy from waves in the background. Okay. So now I'm just going to show you an example of how we can put this relatively simple stuff together and study the transport of cosmic rays across magnetic fields. So it involves numerical integration of 10 particle orbits. This is actually not so easy. And if you read papers on this subject where people follow gyro orbits of particles for a very long time, you'll see a lot of sort of code bashing, usual code bashing. So we really try to write accurate code, and we subject it to all kinds of tests. And I have a reasonable amount of confidence in the stuff that I'm about to show you, and I'll explain later why. And basically, what this study was meant to do, and it's since been published, sorry, is that we looked at kind of the joint action of very simple field line geometry and pitch angle scattering. Okay, so what happened? So the magnetic field models that we chose were ludicrously simple. We just made them more complicated. I'll say a little bit about that. So there's a dominant component of magnetic field that that's oriented perpendicular to the screen, and then if we project the field down on the plane, we have this sort of cellular structure. So the field lines are very weakly wound field kind of like that. And then this is a time-dependent magnetic field model. It has a single spatial scale, but these cells kind of waggle back and forth, and that actually leads to chaos. Okay, so what the particle orbits in this magnetic field look like? So we implemented phase-angle scattering in a very simple way, which I'll describe later, and we let them propagate, and this color coding represents a progression through time. And what happens is, magnetic field particles kind of hang out for a while on a single helix, but every now and then, something happens, and they cross over onto another helix. Then they hang out on that helix for a while, then they cross over to another helix. And so there's a substantial amount of movement from one helix to another, and it's brought about by phase-angle scattering. And in the time-dependent field, they really never stay in any helix for very long. The helices are constantly moving, and we get a very chaotic trajectory. Yeah. It's a bit like a scanning wave. So if we go back to this picture, then what would happen is that these cells would be kind of wagging back and forth. And so if you probably know, there's no chaos in two dimensions. If you have a steady flow. If you have an unsteady flow, there's lots of chaos. And what this color represents, so I don't really have the nerve to try to show moving of the scale, but this shows what happens if you lay down a passive scalar on the scale. What happens is that it very, very quickly disperses. So we started with kind of a white circle here, and everything just gets thrown around very quickly. And the same thing happens to these particles. Okay, so can we try to quantify this transport? So in order to do that, we define a so-called running diffusion tensor. And so the tensor has two indices, and the ij component of the diffusion tensor is 1 over the number of particles, so we typically have 1,000 particles in the ensemble, and so we look at the displacement of the nth particle in time relative to its original position, we look at the I component and the j component, and we divide by time, and then we apply a correction that accounts for motion of the gyro center. And that turns out not to make a very big difference, but that's what I'll be showing you. Okay. So what does that look like? So this is what happens if we have pitch-angle scattering in a uniform field. We're going to derive this expression later. I think we'll get to it today. So here is the parallel diffusivity, and here's the perpendicular diffusivity. And so the perpendicular diffusivity is much, much smaller than the parallel diffusivity. The colors here represent particles with different momentum. So the parallel diffusivity increases for a while, and then it levels off at some value. And what does that mean? So we think of that running diffusion as basically delta x squared over g. If delta x squared increases as g, like it does for sort of a standard random walk, then it should be a constant. If delta x squared grows more slowly than t, then it will decrease, and if it grows more quickly than t, it will increase. So really all possibilities are covered. And what we see for parallel diffusion is that it increases for a while, and that just represents the particle motion along the magnetic field until it scatters, but eventually scattering brings it back and has a random walk-like behavior. So this actually works. And then the perpendicular diffusion is the opposite. So the particles are just sort of gyrating for a long time. They're not going very far, but time is increasing, and that brings the diffusion coefficient down. But again, it levels off at some value. And here's an analytical derivation of those two values. So we're going to derive this. We're not going to derive this. So the parallel diffusivity is a squared over 3u, and the perpendicular diffusivity is down from the parallel diffusivity by a factor of order the gyro radius divided by the mean free path squared, which is typically a very small number. So these particles are really well stuck to their magnetic field lines. So when we combine physical scattering with this magnetic geometry, we get a pretty big enhancement of diffusion. And what we argue in our paper is that the diffusion is bracketed by two extremes. So this is the lower bound of the diffusion. This is the formula that you saw. This is a function of momentum. And basically it increases the momentum because the gyro radius increases with momentum. And the upper bound is kind of an eddy diffusion. It's what would happen if a particle, every time a particle circulated once around a helix, it crossed over to another helix. So it's sort of the maximum range in which it could migrate as it goes around these helices. And that upper bound is very close to being achieved for this kind of tangent field, but for the cellular field, that's sort of stuck in between. So the fields that we chose were so simple that we weren't sure the results had a lot of universality. So more recently, we've been working with turbulent fields. So instead of nice regular cells, we have sort of protozoa-like eddies. But the same basic structure is maintained in the sense that particles tend to space is sort of divided into cells, even though they're cells with plane shape. The cell is defined by magnetic field lines winding around a single axis, and then there are these separate matrices that divide the cell. And what we found is that if the energy in the largest cell is about the same as the energy in a single cell, and they're the same size, then the diffusion is basically the same. So having this additional structure doesn't make a big difference. Yeah. Okay, so by hand, that doesn't sound very good. So let me explain what we did. So we isolated particle orbits, and then at certain times, we chose a random pitch angle, a very small pitch angle change of a certain amount. Now why would you do something like that? The reason we did it is because of this multi-scale problem. So the fluctuations that are scattering the GeV cosmic rays, we envision this as gyro scattering, those fluctuations are, they're maybe 10 to the AU in size, 10 to 12 centimeters. But the whole electromagnetic field has structure on scales of parsecs. And so we can't simultaneously simulate both. We can't encompass that range of scales. So what we want to be able to show is that the combination for decades, the combination of magnetic geometry with a little bit of pitch angle scattering facilitates this migration across separate entities. That's really what our work shows, and I think it's true. It's intuitively plausible. So that's basically the idea. That also, so the pitch angle scattering is a bit of a saving grace as far as the numerical accuracy is concerned. So, we track energy, we track canonical momentum. They're well conserved, but by kind of resetting the clock with this pitch angle scattering, you don't demand as great accuracy as you would, if you were doing it for the full 10 million years. Okay. So this is, we're now coming to the end of the slide part of this presentation. I'd also like to say, I know that there was a talk last week about how you can effectively convey information on slides, and as I was, sort of designing my slides, I kept thinking I was violating all the rules, and you all know the rules, I don't know them, but anyway, that's it. So, that's it for the slides. If you have any questions about the slides, let's talk about them now. Otherwise, we track the Blackboard, and do the writing. Any questions on this part? Okay, then let's say goodbye to the slides. They may be corrected. I decided not to give them to you right away because my decades of experience in the classroom have taught me that you're more likely to pay attention if you don't have the notes in front of you. The first thing that I'd like to take you through, and all the stuff that I'm going to be talking about the rest of the day is in the literature. Most of it is actually in Colfred's book. There actually is Colfred. Not to put him on the spot, but having questions he can answer them too. But I think it's just interesting to see on the Blackboard how this stuff evolves. So what we're going to talk about first is what Fermi did in 1949. So the argument really has two parts. We're going to talk about a very general way to derive an energy spectrum, and then a specific model that gives Fermi's spectrum, and then we'll talk about whether it's a plausible theory for cosmic ray origin. So let's suppose that particles are injected into our system at some constant rate, and they have a constant probability of being lost, and they can be lost by any mechanism that you like. So we're going to call their distribution n twiddle of t. And so n twiddle of t dt is the number density of cosmic rays, particles, that have been in the system for time between t and t plus delta. This is a standard distribution function. And it'll be some normalized injection rate times what? Times e to the minus t over the long time. Okay, dt. Okay, and you won't see this, but right to the right side. Okay, so now let's suppose that these particles are ejected at some energy, E naught, and they go through some acceleration mechanism. We don't have to say right now what it is, but let's suppose that there's some sort of law for their energy as a function of time. So we don't have to say what it is, but what we have to be able to do is solve this equation for some E as a function of time, and we'd also like to be able to invert this equation. So that's important too. So we'd like to be able to identify time with an energy. Okay. So assuming that we can do these things, the number of particles with energy between E and and E plus G will be the same as the number of particles within an age that corresponds to that energy, dT. And so if we divide through our energy spectrum, energy will be n tilde of dV dt divided by dt. Okay, so because there's a correspondence between energy and age, we can go from an injection law to an energy spectrum. Okay. So that part is very general. And now, let's suppose, so this is, so Fermi gave this argument, and then he made the energy gain law very specific. Let's suppose that you E by dt is E divided by some acceleration time. So not every acceleration law will do this, but let's suppose that we have one. So this equation is very easy to solve. E is just E naught, e to the t over tau acceleration, and it's also easy to invert. dV over tau acceleration is the log of E over D naught. So if I write down here, can you all see in the back? Good, okay. The handle very high. Okay, so now let's implement this in this. And so what we get is that n of E is n naught tilde, or injection rate, times the acceleration time, divided by E naught, so it's dimensionally correct, times of about E over E naught, to the minus 1 plus the ratio of the acceleration time to the loss time. Okay, so this is reasonable, aside from being dimensionally correct. So what does it say? It says that if the acceleration time is very short compared to the loss time, we get a relatively flat spectrum. That makes sense. You have time to get particles of high energy before they leave the system. But if the loss time is very short compared to the acceleration, you have a very steep spectrum. Hardly any particles hang around long enough to pick up a lot of energy. Okay, so still without going into details about what that tau acceleration actually is, we can say a couple things right now. So we have a choice with cosmic rays and galaxies or cosmic rays and galaxy clusters. They can either be accelerated in specific discrete sources, like supernovae or apogalactic nuclei, or they can be accelerated continuously just kind of in the medium. Acceleration is always going on. So given what we just said about properties of galactic cosmic rays, is there any way to choose between a distributed source, something like this, or a discrete source? Well, there is. That's a hint. So we know by looking at the light element abundances as a function of energy that the confinement time of high energy cosmic rays is shorter than the confinement time of low energy cosmic rays. So the high energy cosmic rays are younger than the low energy cosmic rays. On the other hand, in this model, the oldest cosmic rays are also the most energetic. So it's the opposite to what we see in the galaxy. In the galaxy, the youngest cosmic rays are the most energetic, and this model predicts that the oldest cosmic rays are the most energetic. So this is an argument against distributed acceleration in the Milky Way. Okay. So on the other hand, maybe it's what goes on in many other objects, and maybe it is. But there's another issue, which is that we know from looking at other galaxies that cosmic ray spectra across the universe seem to be pretty similar. They all seem to be about e to the minus 2 point something. And that means that this ratio of the acceleration time to the loss time is always about the same. And it's always 1. A little bit bigger than 1. Very close to 1. So what does that mean? There's so many different things that can cause loss, and so many different things that can cause acceleration. So you'll sometimes hear that the Fermi mechanism suffers from a fine-tuning problem, in the sense that you can match the spectrum if you choose the right ratio, but the question is, what's the basis for choosing that ratio? And we'll see later on, just use the shock acceleration, which is not exactly this, but close to it, actually predicts that the acceleration of loss time are about the same. So it's nicely consistent with the model, but now go back to Fermi theory for what the acceleration time actually is. So it's clear kind of how this all works and what the problems are. Okay. Oh, my God, it's lost forever. Okay, so now we're going to work on the acceleration time. So Fermi, if you read Fermi's paper, he talks about something called magnetic cloud. And his picture is that you have the interstellar magnetic field, and there are these different objects on it that are moving around at random, and particles kind of get trapped. They can scatter off one cloud, and then maybe they pass through another, and they get accelerated somewhere like this. And these clouds are moving back and forth, kind of random, and they have some velocity v, some v, which can be observed in some characteristic speed for the interstellar medium, probably about 10 kilometers a second. And when a particle reflects off a moving mirror, it either gains or loses energy, just like getting a blood. So here's our cosmic ray, and here's our moving mirror. And in the case of a head-on collision, we'll call this the head-on case. If the cosmic ray has momentum p, and the mirror, the cloud, has velocity v, then delta E a mirror which is moving away. So if we refer persistently to head-on and overtaking, that's why I'm writing it down, then the particle loses energy. Del P is minus 2 T. Okay. So if the clouds are moving around at random, we might think that there can't be any net gain of energy. Instead, there can be some sort of diffusion or random walk in energy space. But that's not quite the case, because if we assume that the mean separation between these guys is L, so the separation between clouds on average is L, then the frequency of these collisions will be the speed of the cosmic ray, which is going to take the speed of light, plus v divided by L, and the frequency of v will be c minus v divided by L. So it takes just a little longer to catch up with the overtaking collisions than with the head-on collisions. Okay, so then if we sum over a lot of collisions, the EDP should be something like QPV, so that's the energy per collision, times the frequency of the energy gain collision, C plus V over L, minus the frequency of the overtaking collision, which is C minus V over L, and the speeds cancel, the speeds don't, and so we get 4P V squared over L, which we can write as 4, so P is E over C, 4E over C squared, V squared C over L. So we actually do get an energy gain equation of the form that we needed to derive a power law spectrum. So should we write that? And let's also not take this factor of 4 here too seriously, because we should do some sort of, average over the relative angles between the cosmic rays and mirrors, so there'll be some other number in there of order unity. So we get an equation of the form EDP is p over acceleration time, and the acceleration time is of order c squared over v squared times L over v. Okay. So what is this number? Well, so in a galaxy, if we look at kind of average velocities in the interstellar medium, then c squared over v squared is about 10 to the 9, and the separation between clouds is maybe 100 parsecs, so L would be about 3 times 10 to the 20th centimeters, and of course v is 3 times 10 to the 10, so if we put all this stuff together, the acceleration time is 10 to the 19 seconds, which is 10 to the 19, isn't it? Yep. Which is about 3 times 10 to the 11 years. That's the rate at which interstellar turbulence has accelerated cosmic rays. And we know from observations that the long time is about 2.6 times 10 to the 7 years. So what Fermi acceleration predicts is that n of e goes to e to the minus 1 plus 10 to the 4. Okay, so very, very steep spectrum can't work. The only way to make this work is to make the clouds much closer together or much faster, and then the light element composition comes out wrong anyway. Okay, so in our quarter of the universe, this type of Fermi acceleration doesn't work. And a useful thing to remember is that this is called second order Fermi acceleration because the speed of the scattering centers appears to the second power. Okay, so Fermi acceleration, local theory, might work in solar flares, doesn't seem to work very well for galactic cosmic rays, but there are different serious grown-up models for second order Fermi acceleration in galaxy clusters. Sounds like a separate problem. Okay, questions about that. Yeah. Well, so the element that we chose is about the observed value. It's about 100 parsecs. So to make these two about the same, we would have to use L by that factor 10 to the 4. In other words, we have to make it about 0.01 parsec. And if for our interstellar medium, it probably doesn't work. The velocity correlation length needs to be much longer than that. But it might work. It might work in other situations. Okay. So now let's start talking about diffusion. And I can see that I prepared notes for this lecture that are just way, way too long. So I'll try to get feedback from you about whether I should be going faster. Should we go faster? No? Yes? Okay. When I teach a class, if I ask myself going slower, then I'm pretty bad at my head to get honest answers. So let's start talking about diffusion. And what we're most interested in is this pitch angle scattering. And the standard notation for pitch angle is mu, which is also sometimes used for magnetic moment, but here we'll use it for pitch angle, and it's defined just as the momentum dotted with the magnetic field divided by b. Okay, so this is pitch angle scattering, and let me just say briefly where we're going on this because we won't have time to finish. We're going to build a very non-specific model of diffusion due to entangled scattering. So we're going to derive a diffusion in U space. And then we're going to show that it leads to diffusion in X space. And then once we have that, we're going to apply it to self acceleration. Then we'll worry about how to make it self-consistent. So the general idea is the same as it is for all soccer talk. Equations. How many of you have seen these like a stat net class or plasma class? Lots of you, great. Okay. So we're going to derive a probability function. And this is computing with momentum. So P of mu and delta mu will be the probability that a particle with this angle mu is scattered by some amount delta mu in a time delta t. I think that's the way I wound up defining it in the end. Yeah. Okay. So we have and let's assume that we have some normalization such as integral of t of mu and delta mu integrated over delta mu. Let's just call it some number to see. It won't matter what it is. And then we have a particle distribution function. So f of mu and t is our concentrate distribution function. And of course it also depends on the position of momentum, but we're going to just press that to save writing. So f of mu and t plus delta t is going to be what? It's going to be the integral of f of mu minus delta mu and t times p of mu minus delta mu and t delta mu. So these are all the particles which can contribute to being mu later on, weighted with their probability. Okay, does that make sense? Yes, that makes even more sense. Okay, so now we're going to expand both sides. And this will lead to an evolution equation for test in terms of the useful moments of the particle distribution function. But if that clock is accurate, we're out of time.
That's good. So Emily Quater to finish both of their lectures on introductory plasma astrophysics. You had a number of lectures on well-visiting NHD and numerical methods, and we're very fun lectures by a variety of people on NHD methods. Yes, we also learned that the next president of the United States was specialist. So what's happened? So given all that, I didn't really want to talk about NHD methods again. I wanted to talk about something completely different. Namely methods for radiation and hydrodynamics. So the problem with that, however, is that this is also a huge subject. Hopefully you had a course, so I'm here to transfer, so you know some of the basics. There's no way I'm going to be able to cover this topic and give it justice in 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So the problem is I'm going to have to give some superficial and overview of the topic. But the reason why I wanted to do this is because I feel like methods for NHD are actually quite mature. There's a lot of public codes you can download to do NHD quite well. Moreover, our understanding of physics of NHD is progressing rapidly, and there's a lot of radiation applications are underway. I think that's very different in the case of radiation NHD, however. There, the numerical methods are very much underdeveloped. In fact, there's controversy about the most basic things, like what the right formulation of equations you should be solving. And moreover, there are no public codes really, and they use very different methods. The codes that do exist, we're still trying to understand which methods are the most attractive. And finally, I believe that there's an awful lot of interesting physics that we're going to learn as we begin to add radiation into astrophysical fluid dynamics. So I believe it's a very hot topic for the next 10 years or more, and in the spirit of giving students an insight into what might be hot topics, I felt I wanted to talk about this topic, radiation NHD. So those are the pros and cons. Let me just summarize something I'm going to talk about here today. I'm going to give you a brief introduction to what I mean by radiation hydrodynamics. I'll talk about some methods for it based on diffusion approximation and full transport methods. These are methods that I've used. This is a very subjective review. I'm also going to talk about things that I've tried myself, and I'll mention other people are also doing, although I won't review that nearly in depth. I'll talk about how to include these techniques in Godnow schemes like most NHD codes and astrophysics. And finally, if I have time at the end, I will take a little bit to say about this new version of here and how it plugs into my previous two lectures and use a chance to talk about issues like adaptive measure finite, curvilinear meshes, scaling, and so forth.